Hey everyone, Chris here from Aussie Bricks. Today we're checking out my LEGO Monorail Station. Take a look at it. I'm really happy with the final, well, not really the final product here, is it? Because I'm sure I'm going to change it up and add some pieces to it. But I really wanted to show you the process I went through to build sort of the base structure that we've got here so you guys can see what I put into my builds before it goes into the Lego City. I mean, putting it into the Lego City might be a city update video, but today it's just checking out the build process of the monorail station itself. So once we've done that, make sure you leave your comments down below. What do you want to see added to it, maybe taken away, changed? I'm really open to your suggestions to make it even better. But right now, let's get stuck straight into the build. Alright, now you can see this is just a lot of pieces everywhere. It doesn't really look like much. So let's look at how I've put this monorail station together. So I started with the track. I knew I wanted the station itself to be at least as long as the monorail itself, instead of like just a shorter platform. A lot of people just make it a very small platform, and then it sort of doesn't service the whole monorail train when it's stopped at these special stopping track pieces. So I've used these smaller monorail pieces on the end of the the forward reverse piece of the monorail track to give it the right length that we need for the monorail track, station, train, all to match up. Because if I had have used another straight piece, when we look at underneath, the pieces that you need to join the station platform to the track, we sort of need these pieces here, whereas on the big long main straight pieces there's not as many parts to join the track together. So really simple to start with. I've extended this little 2x4 brick here with that 2x2 plate on top, tile on top, just to give this the extra length that we need, because I wanted my station to be deep enough for some furniture as well as passengers to stand. And so the pieces I've used here are 8x16. Now those plates, I've used 2 of those plates, and then on the end I've added 2 4x8 plates just to give it the extra length that we need once we add it to this section here. Now to add it to the section here, I've used these wedge pieces. Just very easily, simply put it underneath like that. Join it up like this. So really the plate is just connected to the track piece and those wedge pieces by that plate onto the wedge piece, and then these tiles just holding it in, and it's quite steady. I probably should use a 1x6 yellow plate or tile here across the front, but I just didn't have a spare one, so I've used the 2 1x3s. Pop that other side on there as well, and you can see the track and the platform have that little gap. Oh, sorry, not a gap, it's a lip there, and I think we sort of need that little lip to give a different height to the platform and the station. So now it does look a little bit flimsy, but that's where these pieces come into it. So let's flip it over, take a look here. So all I've used is these 2x3 inverted, what are they, slopes, inverted slopes, and a couple of 2x4 plates on the bottom here to give it the right height when we're joining it all together. I've used one 2x8 plate here and 2x4 brick. So simply put these together like this to form, I don't know, what do we want to call it, like a bracket, because it's sort of what it is. And just to give it that little bit of extra strength underneath, I wanted to join, that's why I've used the 2x3 slope, so I could join the 2 plates together underneath. And I'm clicking it into these pieces here on the track. And you can see that's why we've had to use the extra plates in there, just to give it the right height so they all joined up properly together. Put the other side on as well. So it's basically like a mirror image on each side, like this platform, besides the pieces that I've got on top already. This half is the same as this half on the top and the bottom, and that's, pretty simple build actually, to be honest. All right, let's go. So I've already placed the tiles down just to make it a lot easier and a lot quicker. I've used these modified ones here so we can obviously stand some passengers on the platform as well as other bits and pieces. Now, maybe I'll show you how I built that. I've got the rubbish bin, trash can. This is the sort of style I use throughout the city. So we'll just pop that on there. Actually, I'll take him away. I'll take these guys away. We don't need them yet. So put the trash can on. Now for the seats, very simple. I've just used this 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's a 2x10 plate in red underneath the seats, and put those 2x2 modified plate tiles there just to give the space so we can have enough minifigs sit down and they're not, their arms are not knocking into each other. So I've left this space open for it here. Nothing underneath, just two 2x4 plates there to give it a little bit more height. And I've used these grate pieces here just to sort of give it some, interesting look, but it's almost like it's a drain. Sometimes you see like those grate drains on platforms and that sort of thing. So I just thought if it was in front and behind the seats, it sort of looks like a grate drainage area. Now this is the turning part for the train to be stopped forward, backwards, whatever you want to call it. I don't actually have an arrow. It's a round plate, a round tile with a printed arrow. I don't have one yet. I haven't been able to source one from Bricklink, so I need to get that to really finish the set. This little sign here is from 60197, the platform of that train set. I just thought, well, it is Lego City, and we still haven't named the Lego City. When this video is published, the Lego City is not named, so we'll just leave that Lego City sign there. It's got the map of a train network. I do know that the older monorail set had the airport monorail map on a few of their pieces, but I sort of didn't want to limit myself to it saying airport monorail or having a map of exactly what that airport monorail layout was, so I've just gone with this sort of generic one here. Now let's get to, what do I want to do? This little ticket machine. I'm not completely happy with it, but I'm also not that unhappy with it. Let's just pull it apart so you can see what's inside it. So we've got these 2x4 plates here covering up the sides and the 2x2 on top. The back is just a 1x2 brick and then a 1x2 plate there, and this modified 1x2 plate so we can clip on that little computer screen, sort of giving the ticket machine a screen. The base is just a 2x2 plate there, and we've got another 2x2 tile. These bricks here with the studs not on top, 2x2 by 1 by whatever they are. So that's pretty much how I put this one together. And the reason I'm not completely happy with it is because when you put the tiles on these plates and bricks and what have you, it sort of doesn't give it a flat finish. It's a very squared off, cut up finish. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm not sure if I'm that excited about this ticket machine. Anyway, that's why I need your help. Let me know in the comments below, or a suggestion on how to improve that ticket machine. I mean, it's not too bad. You can tell what it's for, so yeah, I'll settle with it for the time. So now just along the back, it doesn't really matter what size bricks you use. I've got some really big ones, so I was just using them to get them out of my backlog of bricks. Just build up the wall here. Won't start on the steps just yet. Build the back wall. Now I already have the back wall pretty much pre-built, just for ease of putting it together, but I've put another layer of bricks here. So I will pull it apart as I put it together so you can see exactly how we do it. And like I said, any combination of bricks along the back is completely fine. Let's move this here. Now this is sort of, I think it gets a little bit interesting. So I've used these, they are panels under Bricklink. If you look in Bricklink stores, they come under the panel section. So I've used the white ones and the trans blue. And it's just a pattern, a repeating process across the whole back of the station. So white, clear, white, clear, white, clear, white, clear. I did sort of want to do like a white, clear, white, and then maybe an open gap, and then again, and then another open gap, and then the same panels. But it sort of just didn't look right. when I was thinking about like monorail, futuristic. So I sort of just decided to do panels all the way across. Now, to add the roof section, I was thinking, how am I going to do this? And these little brackets came to mind. They're 1x2 brackets with the studs on the top and the side. And I probably could use longer ones, but I had a lot of these smaller ones. And I've simply gone along the top of the whole station and put them on top of every single panel piece. So we've got bricks on top, and we've got bricks on the front here or studs on the front, so we can put the roof on. So let me just add the rest of the panels. And just to finish it off, the top here, I've used all these tiles, the white tiles. I mean, if you wanted a different color combination, of course you could use a different color, but I think the white, just finishing it off, making it clean. Now I've left this one stud open at the top here because I do have, oh there he is, just an antenna. I thought I would stick it on top for no reason other than just to give it a little bit of extra, you know, detail, because detail is what makes a build. Now the roof, again, I've got most of the roof already pre-built here, but let's just take a look at how I've done it. Again, I've just used what I've had or what I could get my hands on, and these panels, they're 2x3, not really my choice of panel, because I would probably have rathered the bigger 4x3 panels and only use 2 instead of 4, but this is what I had, so this is what I used. And then I've used these, that aerial can stay off. Then I've used the window panels here in the trans blue to match the panels at the back. And I've just used a plate across the top of all of them there to join them together. So let's join these ones up with the plate. Nice and simple. And then just to finish off the edge, cover up the studs, I've used these little panel pieces here, 1x4s across the top there. Just gives a little bit extra length to the roof, as well as finishing it off nice and smooth. But also, when I was putting these panels here together, I was thinking it would be quite easy to remove one panel and use a 2x6 brick, or I could use some smaller bricks, but then have some stud knot on top bricks, so I've got studs facing down, so I could probably add some features to the roof, like a, I don't know, a clock or sign or something. Again, suggestions down below what I can do there, but I think that's what I'm probably gonna do. Maybe take off these 2 panels and add some studs facing down, so we can get some extra details in there. So again, these brackets that are here just affix the panels all the way across the top. It's a really simple build because I've used all these panel pieces. I think like the finished product looks pretty complicated and complex, and you know that it would take heaps of time to build, but to be honest, because the pieces are so big, it actually didn't take that much time at all to build once I had designed the station. And I don't use Stud.io or any of those online designer programs. It's all out of my head. I just get the pieces on the table, start throwing them together, and see what I can get. And I feel like sometimes you get better builds because it's maybe not perfect, but you sort of, I wouldn't say you compromise on the build, but you think outside the box, think outside the brick. Instead of just looking at what you've got available on the Studio Stud.io program, you sort of go, what pieces have I got here? What can I do with it? And I think that sort of helps with the build process. You just add so much more when you're using your imagination versus the digital programs. So that's the station. I'm pretty impressed with it. Now I have got the stairs here. She's on the stairs. I don't know why, because they're not really going anywhere at the moment. I'll take her off. Very, very simple build. I've used the 2x2 bricks inverted slope on each second step, and then on the step in between I've used one 2x2 and then 2 1x1 inverted slopes. Now that's the base of it. The top is just slope on slope on slope. So you put these here. Oh, that's the wrong way around, isn't it? Like so. This is a really simple build technique for Lego stairs. It's in a lot of, well, it's in the original monorail set. That's how they build the stairs. It's really simple, really effective, and and there we go. Really quick set of stairs is made. Now I'll put, actually first I think I'll put these supports on because I need to get the station off the ground so we can check out the supports that I've built for the station. Where did I have these pieces? I think I have them sitting here. There we go. Alright. Now, to add support to the station, because when it's in the city, if it's just stuck down with these, it was sort of slouching. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Anyway, it was leaning to the side, listing. The station was listing. So I just got these 2x2 round bricks, a whole lot of them. I've got a couple of plates at the bottom just to adjust the height that I needed. It doesn't so much matter whereabouts on these support areas they go. It all depends on what you've got on your, the base of your base plates. And this was the sort of, this is where I need them on my base plates anyway. I've already measured it out. So it sort of gives a little bit more stability to the station having those pylons. That's what they are. They're pylons underneath the station. But I'm thinking it does look a little bit empty here. Could it have one more here, or do I need some Technic bricks with pins? Just put some on an angle. I don't know. But the whole underneath of the station is going to be a little bit of a work in progress because I think we need some maybe like water pipe things or air conditioner unit, even though it's an open air station. Just some sort of electrical stuff so when the station is up high in the city, if you see it from down below, it doesn't look so boring because the top of it is actually not boring at all. I think I've done a pretty good job, but that's the support system that I've got at the moment. So to finish off the sides, I've made, where is that other piece? Oh, that's right, because I used this piece. So I've made these, what's that? It's just fallen everywhere. That's fine, because I don't really need it on the supports to finish it off to show you what we've done. The rail here, I've just used a bar and then those 1x2 plates there and a couple of bricks squished together here. We've got a plate or a couple of plates, tile, and this is a really simple little build. I mean, you can see the pieces that I've used in it just by looking at it there. And I've popped this one on this. Actually, this one goes this way. So originally, when I was planning the station, I planned to do it all the way to the edge and have two. Actually, because I planned to only do a section and then an open section, open section, how that. You know what I'm trying to say. I wanted the bar to start here and go all the way here, so it would be 8 long to use 2 of the bars that are 4 stud long. But it didn't work because when the train passes here, the switch that it uses to stop and start and forward and back was hitting the brick. So I had to modify what I wanted to do, and I've just made a small little handrail here like that. Not overly happy with it, but that's what we ended up with. And to finish it off here, I've just put these little studs, trans, red and green, on a couple of 1x1 modified bricks there with the stud on the side and a tile on top, just to sort of give it a little. Actually, is that what I did? That's not what I did. You see, I got so sidetracked, I put this together incorrectly. So let's pull this base off. I thought I'd done something wrong when I had these 2x1 plates, bricks at the bottom. Let's move all these across. The joys of video and the joys of building on video. There we go. That's what I've done. And to give that bit of extra stability, like that. Now I need to put this side on over here And where's that piece? It's this piece here, isn't it? Alright, it's not these pieces. I need to move this one over. My little 1x2. Not move it over. I need to change the direction. Direction changed. Okay, put this back down. Ready to go. Now I can put my lights on. Sitting there just by itself. I know it's loose, but that's how it is. That's how it's going to be. And again, on the other side where the stairs will match up, I've done the same thing. I've put the lights there. Let's get the antenna back on top. Move that around. Finish it off with those slopes, like so. And this is so it can connect to the stairs. I probably do need it on the supports just a little bit to show the stairs in action, because I don't want to hold it up and have it look silly. And stairs on. Alright, because I'm missing that support that I dropped on the ground, it's a little bit wonky, but you get the idea of what I've done and how I've put it together. Let me get that extra support. Alright, let's put the supports on properly, so I don't have to stand here, sit here holding it all together. Done. Now, it has turned into a little bit of a long video, but I really wanted you guys to see exactly how I put it together before it gets into the LEGO City, because I think that's a really important part of the build, letting you guys interact with the MOCs that I do or the mods that I do to, you know, standard sets. But this, I'm pretty happy with the way this station has turned out. I do want to hear your feedback, what we can change, what you want to add, but like I said, I'm really happy with how it is right now. Let's put some minifigs on. Probably going to drop it and break it all again. Jenny can go back on the stairs. This little dude can come back here. I mean, done. So simple, but it's actually so effective. And let me get because I've got it right here behind me, so let me stand up, get my MOC monorail, because this is the one that I put together myself. Now you see what I'm saying about the whole train fitting into the station there. Let me try and turn it around without breaking everything. I think it sort of fits really well. Can I lift it up? As you can see down the... I think that's sort of... Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way that's turning out. Don't have any supports to hold up that extra piece of track, so I've got to be careful. But you can see where we're going, and that monorail is going to fit in this station perfectly. Yeah, it does. It's very nice. Of course, you won't be able to open the monorail doors when it's in the station, but we'll overlook that. Alright, so yeah, leave your comments down below. Let me take off my monorail here. Probably break everything in the process. Yeah, let me know in your comments below. What do you think about this? I've said it 100 times. I'm really happy with it. So I don't think any bad criticisms could make me feel any other way. But definitely looking for suggestions on improvements if you have any. And I'll be putting in the LEGO City really soon. Probably part of a LEGO City update video. I do need a whole lot more monorail track. I mean, I've got a good loop going on, but if I want to add more stations, I need more of these smaller monorail track pieces, and I do want to add more stations, and they will be very, very similar. Not so much because I want to keep every station the same. I really like this build technique, and I like the result that I've gotten here. So that's pretty much it for today. Sorry, it's been a little bit of a long one. But yeah, I really wanted you to see this monorail station. Really, really happy with it. All right, thanks everyone.